Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you what I see. I see America going softer as it gets older and its adults become younger and younger. I see the fact that 40 years ago, when I was a child, all the way up to when I was a teenager, my generation had respect for those who were older than us. When someone older than us, whether it was a stranger or was family, spoke, we listened. If we disagreed, sometimes we were quiet, depending on the situation. Sometimes we gave our opinion on it. But after we gave our opinion, we listened to the opinions of those who were older than us. Because our parents taught us that the people who were older than us experienced more than we did. They actually lived a life. Lives that we ourselves didn't live. And these older people weren't trying to tell us about how evil other people were. They were trying to tell us about the situations that they themselves were in. Not because of the things that other people did to them, but because of the things that they did. They would tell us stories about how they snuck out of the house, got in trouble. I would hear stories of how they drank so much that they were sick. I would hear stories about how they were bad as kids and their parents spanked their behinds. And guess what? They thanked their parents for it because they grew up to be more respectful, more obedient. Nowadays, even at 41, I'm 41 years old. Nowadays, I'm talked to by 16-year-olds, 13-year-olds as if I am 16 or 13. I'm spoken to as if I haven't earned my stripes in this world, 41 years. And I'm not even talking about the fact that I was born with my scars and had to face the things that I've had to face that a lot of people haven't. I'm talking about the fact that my experience within 41 years of life has given me insight, knowledge, wisdom that these children today do not have, and yet they see it all as nothing. They don't give, kids these days don't give people older than them our dues. They don't look at an 80-year-old person and think this is where I can get my wisdom. They look at an 80-year-old person and think this is where I can get my money. This is where I can put them in a home and we can take over their house. They think that person can't play video games or use a cell phone. They're useless. But then again, this is the world we live in, where instead of playing video games, kids will sit down on Twitch and watch video games being played by other people. This is a society where I see it all the time. These young people, even up to getting up to my age, will lose in a video game, punch their television and destroy it. Who will watch a football game, get so pissed off at the TV that they'll punch it and destroy it. They will take the opinions of other people that differ from them, consider them to be aggressions, and try to destroy that person or those people. We are living in a generation that is more violent than ours was. The only difference is is that they use terms like microaggression. They don't use riots, they use protest. They only use the word riot when the media uses the word riot. And when the media uses the word riot, they say the media is full of it because it was just a peaceful protest. And no matter who threw the first punch, it was always the other side. I live in this world where these teenagers will look at me and flip me the bird because I have another opinion that is not theirs. They will say that my little 5'3" overweight self is threatening them because I don't believe in defunding the police, because I believe that all lives matter. We are now in a world where I fear for the future of this country because of the little morons, these little superficial, non-idealistic idiots who get their feelings hurt just because somebody says, "Nuh-uh, that ain't true." They're going to be running this country. The rest of the world is going to consider us weak just because this generation coming up is weak. They're not strong. They're little punks who would never have made it in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. God forbid they ever tried the 50s and 60s. And it's a shame. It's a shame what our world is going to be facing. It's a shame what our country is going to be facing. And it's a shame what my kids are going to have to face. And my grandkids are going to have to face. I just hope and pray that they're ready. That I've taught my kids to be better people than these little snowflake idiots. So that's my message. I love you guys. Y'all have a good one. Deuces.